Subscribers and those who enjoy watching me suffer. Today, probably without any video effects because I wanted to have like a little skit going, but my sister doesn't want to help me as usual. We're going to be taking a look at the Jedi Challenges, and oh my god, this was a waste. You see, my mother got this and this iPhone specifically just to play this piece of crap. This is like $400, $500 altogether, including this phone. This has probably been one of the most unresponsive pieces of crap I've ever played. You see this? The motion controls might not be entirely accurate, but it plays a whole lot better than this! This is like taking a car battery to the nutsack, except it's powered on like the worst of the Star Wars prequels. Like everything bad in these movies, because there are some good stuff somewhere, all the bad stuff has been drained out, and even from the original trilogy, and whatever Disney calls their thing. Because that's not real Star Wars. All that's in a car battery, and all that's electrocuting you from the nuts. It's quite the painful experience. There's a bunch of mini games I don't really care for, but I'm just going into the nitty gritty. The lightsaber duels. Something that the prequels actually excel at, in all seriousness. If this were real life, you know, they'd shoot, and the Jedi would just block. Except in this game, they shoot, and then sometimes it gets you, even if you were actually blocking in the right direction. Like, let's just say he's going to shoot down there. He shoots, and your lightsaber's there, but nope, still gets you. It's not cool. But those don't do much damage, so what? Yeah, so what? Well, and you're in for a real treat now. You ready? Let's say we got a boss fight over here. Yeah, look, it's Darth Vader. It's your old friend, you know. Anakin! Woohoo! This isn't gonna be fun. Just saying. So in real life, you'll swing, and, you know, you'll actually be able to, like... Okay, well, let's just pretend like that was a heavy attack. Well, that's even then. With a heavy attack, you can block it. In real life, it might disorient you, and then, like, you'll leave you open for, like, another attack. That's the problem. In this game, all you can do is, like, leap out of the way, or, like, move to the side, or move that way, or go back. Right? I am suffering from back pains. Because I tried moving back. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Before you say, aren't you supposed to crouch? Yeah, well, I tried that. And if this were real Star Wars, my head must have been lapped off. Because, damn it, it didn't work! Yeah, like, I'll crouch to avoid his attack that goes here, but... still registers as an attack. And I'm fucking dead. Excuse my language, I'm really angry about this. And sure, I'm not dead that first time, but it does deal a lot. And I do mean a lot of damage. So then I'll just use, like, Force Barrier, and... that ought to do the trick, but the problem is with that, no force powers last very long. It'll just get me when it's done. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I was stuck on the Inquisitor boss fight for a month because of this game's unresponsiveness. The Force Unleashed for the Wii is so much more responsive. I can't really show any footage because I'm not entirely sure how, and I'm just recording this on my phone. Those are the basic problems. Is there like a patch or something they could send that could make this more responsive? Because it would be pretty fun if it worked. I mean, sure, I still get shot by like stray bullets that look like they're going that way and whiz past me, but somehow they still hit me. Then there are other times when those same bullets that are supposed to whiz past me actually do whiz past me and don't suddenly somehow hit me. But like that I can tolerate that. What I can't tolerate is me like going backwards or crouching down to avoid an attack and the attack still registering as an attack. Like, hell, I'll lie down. I could probably lie down when he's like doing this swing this way and it'll still count. And don't even get me started on when you're supposed to parry to the side or whatever it's called. Yeah, I'll move to the side and half the time it'll work, but the other half of the time, nope, doesn't. Also, keep in mind this is flip-flop, because normally whenever I move to the left, half the time it really works. But whenever I try to go to the right, it just doesn't, no matter what I do. Except for this time I tried leaning back and moving slightly over, which then it kind of worked half the time, but still, I still got wrecked. And then Vader mocks me. Oh, yeah. Then there's some female Jedi Master who seems to be a Jedi Temple Guard who's always, like, saying, "Get up and try again," or "Kit Fisto once devised this." Well, newsflash, idiot. Kit Fisto's dead. There are also different lightsaber colors in the game. There's, blue, the default. Then there's green, not like you can tell with this. Yeah. There's green, which is the one you get after you complete it for the first time. And then there's another one, which I'm not entirely sure of. But I would get if Vader and, like, every other boss fight actually was responsive. The thing is, though, you might as well just give me red. Yeah, just give me red, because I'm, like, half ready to turn to the dark side, because this thing aggravates me so much. Oh, also, did I forget to mention, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. There are times where Darth Vader will start choking you, and the screen starts going white. All I really do is swing at him until he stops, and then eventually he does. Only to, of course, get followed by one of his unblockable moves that you're supposed to be able to just leap out of the way. But, of course, before he swings, I'm over here. He's swinging this way, and yet, I still take some damage. This game is not fair at all. Only made worse that because of the limitations of your surroundings and, like, software limitations, it's not like you can go move around your enemies and just strike them from behind, which I'd hate to be a cheap noob, but in this case, I would just crouch and, like, walk around Vader and just stab him in, like, the nuts. Yeah, how do you like that? Or if this were real, I probably would have just cut off his arm. It's like, yeah, now you're kind of defenseless. Eat this. By the way, this is for the Phantom Menace. Ugh! Oh, then he'd be dead. Then I have to go fight his grandson, which would actually be easier. Fighting the guy with this lightsaber, you know, his flaming cross while he's wearing a hood. Haha. Sorry, that was from a bad lip reading of Star Wars. But fighting the guy with this saber is significantly easier than fighting the former owner of this saber, which maybe makes sense to a certain extent. Vader was a powerhouse. But if I'm blocking here and his attack should hit like right here, should it not matter if I swing this way or if I go that way? Oh yeah, you know, let me get the toys to show this. There will be times in Vader's boss fight where there's an attack that's going this way. You gotta block it that way, right? Except if this were real at all, you could go this way, but nope, this still registers as an attack. It's aggravating. Seriously, I don't know if I ever had this much trouble when it was like the first encounters, but the second encounter boss fights are irresponsive and suck. I can't even say I really recommend this thing, unless, of course, you want to tear your hair out. In fact, I think I'd be having more fun ripping out every individual hair from my scalp with a pair of tweezers! All in all, what do I think of this? Was it a nice Christmas gift to an extent? I got to go whoop Stormtrooper and Battle Droid, you know, for like a few minutes. But those boss fights just suck! I mean, jeez. Seriously. I've seen more responsive Wii games. Heck, I think I've seen more responsive, like, knockoff Wii games. I mean, jeez. This is terrible. Like, actually terrible. Wish there was some cheat code that would make me invincible so that I could just go to town and, like, not even give a crap about Vader's attack and just get him. But no, I don't have that luxury. I just get freaking mutilated and forced choked to death. And that's it. Maybe one day they'll release a patch for this, or maybe... Oh no, who would tell me if these things were low battery and that were the problem? It's just not responsive, man. And it's not even like it's the worst product out there. It can be fun at times, but I'm telling you, man, those boss fights, they are the most aggravating thing ever. Like, these things are as impossible as that final boss in, like, Castlevania 3. That's how bad this is. And it is so not fun. Oh yeah, and there's just like crate level. It has the same problem.